All right, so I got two Star Wars books here. I'm including both because this one came out last week and I didn't do a video on it because it's boring. Very boring. This one's pretty good. Star Wars comics and Marvel, they just like throw them all out. It's kind of weird. Their main book, they trace Google images. You can check that one out if you want to see. Just Google some images of their Star Wars comic. They literally just Google it, Google image things and trace it for the books. It's terrible. And it looks bad. It's because they're like afraid to draw or something. I don't know. These are interesting. So this is a one shot that just deals with Luke Skywalker. And this is so way back in the day, there used to be these comics. I never read them. This is way before my time. And then they lost the license to Star Wars way back whenever this was, and it went over to I think Dark Horse for the longest time. And there was some interesting stuff, and that's all canceled because of the Disney canon. So this is issue 108 because it's supposed to be paying homage to what was before. And it's kind of boring. I got to be honest. I was like blazing through this because I was so bored with it. It's there's a reason that it's boring. You see all these people, there's too many writers, too many cooks in the kitchen. And most of the stories here are literally like some of them are 3 pages long, like this one. It's 3 pages long. Now, I don't know if some of these are kind of connected, some of them aren't. There's a narrative that's getting told somewhat through them, but I was so bored with the comic, I couldn't really pay attention. And this is $6. Um, I was really disappointed with this. This is not that great. This is pretty good though. So this is Age of Rebellion, Luke Skywalker, and this is in between A New Hope, or no, this is in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. What really sucks is there was a really good kind of book, comic, video game that covered this already, and that was Shadows of the Empire, and that got wiped away. That's a shame because that was such a good story. This doesn't replace that. It's just a tale that's set in here, and he's already kind of like fully trained. You see him here in his black, and he's got his green lightsaber. So this is after he built his lightsaber. And what this is pretty much him joining the rebellion on a run, and he kind of just helps them and takes them all out. And the Emperor is trying to look into him and try to place a doubt into his head. And we see that it doesn't work. He gets like a vision here. So he's like trying to give him a vision of just leaving the military and going and doing his own thing. And he goes to this planet and lives a farm life. And he retires with kids. And then he wakes up and he's like, oh, nope. That's not the thing. But it ends with him like the whole point was to get him to doubt this leader who was trying to take off and save the people. And he goes after him. I don't like that he punched him like that. He comes off as kind of a DICK. But that's pretty much the story. Is the Emperor is trying to make Skywalker doubt things and doubt himself to kind of get him to move to the dark side, and it doesn't work. That's really the story there. It's a simple story. It's pretty good. Is it worth $4? No. It's too bad it couldn't be like this book, super thick for 6, but that book's no good. I feel like these are all big cash grabs on Marvel's end. Everything at Marvel Comics feels like a cash grab at this point. But I suppose if you want to spend the money, this one's pretty good. It's not terrible. I did actually enjoy this story. It's just the price for the book is too much for what you get. It's a one shot that doesn't tie in anything, which is fine, but it's a simple story. It's not that long. I'm not like blown away by it. So for $4, you're kind of asking a lot for nothing. This is $6. You get a whole lot of something, but it's trash. It sucks. It's interesting how bad Marvel can be with Star Wars. I don't get it. You'd think that Disney would come in and do something about it, but because you want this franchise to be good, I would imagine. Like, this all ties together with the narrative. Like, if you've got bad Star Wars products all over the place, it's kind of a problem. This is pretty bad. Now, some people might enjoy it. I think one of the reasons that I didn't like this, maybe it's because I'm not tied to the old ones. I don't have any kind of attachment to those old Marvel Star Wars comics at all. So maybe somebody that liked those and read all of those would be more qualified to review this. But as an outsider looking in, I didn't enjoy that. Like I said, I did enjoy this one quite a bit, but it's overpriced. $4 for this is a lot. I mean, that's a beer at a bar. You know, you get more conversation there and more entertainment than you would have from this. So anyway, that's all I got for this. If you want, I would say skip this one. If you really want to read some Star Wars, this one's not bad at all. It's decent. It's like a 3 out of 5. Mediocre, but good. Anyway, see you guys.